Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here with me right now. Um, I want to share with you some more of my experience. Surprise, surprise. Um, Goodness, I'm not even sure where to start. I want to share with you how God has provided for my needs. I want you to know that this is back in the 90s, that my electric bill had gotten to $1,025. And at that time, it was more than my husband's entire check. So I called my children in and told them that there would be a period of 4 or 5 days that we didn't have electricity. And I explained the situation and told them we needed to prepare to be without electricity and that we can do it. Other people have had to do it, that we could do it. So about 2 days before it was supposed to be cut off, a friend of mine, she's my very best friend, but she had come over. She knew nothing about this. I did not tell people about our financial problems. So she came over about 2 days before this and gave me a check for the entire electric bill plus $25. She knew nothing about my need, but she said she felt that God told her to do this. I mean, talk about grateful. That's why sometimes I tell you I'm grateful for my bathroom. I'm grateful for the air I breathe. I'm very grateful for electricity. I love electricity and I love water. I love cell phones too. I am very, very grateful for all things. And there was another time, and because of my childhood, my neglected childhood, and I didn't have lunch money and stuff, I swore to myself that I would never, ever go without lunch money for my children. I mean, it was something that was just between me and God. No one else knew how important this was for me, but it's very important. Well, I had done our budgeting, and I had enough money out of the payday for the first week lunch money, but I didn't have enough money for the second week's lunch money. And so no one but God knew this. I wanted to go down and donate my blood for money so that my kids would have lunch money. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing this. I did feel a little bad for some reason, but I wasn't going to tell anybody, not my husband, not anyone, that I had done this. Well, I went to college every Tuesday night, and this had to be a Tuesday night because I went to college, and when I came home, the police was at my house. And it's like, oh my gosh. And what had happened is this young man who lived about 5 blocks down came and put a firecracker, one of those very explosive firecrackers, in our mailbox and blew it up. And the neighbors were able to catch the kid. The police were called. By the time I got here, the police had this young man who was terrified. And I'm sure he did it as a prank, I do believe He might have been of age. He may have been 18, 17 or 18. And so the police told me that I had two options. The first option is to press charges, and I believe blowing up a mailbox is a felony, I think. I don't know. But anyway, press charges and put him in jail right then. Or the kid said that he got paid Friday and would come and give me the amount of money to replace the mailbox. And the police talked with my husband and the young man, and they agreed on a $50 price range. And I agreed to that. First of all, I didn't want the young man going to jail. I do know it was, I'm not going to say it's totally innocent because it did blow up our home mailbox, but, you know, it probably was a prank. And the kid was crying, begging me to choose that option. Well, Friday came, and that young man came over and handed me $50. And that $50 was what got my children their lunch money the entire next week. And I did not have to sell my blood. There are so many other things that God has done. He has met my need every single way that I've turned. And how many people do you know got a mailbox blown up in order to get you some money? For lunch money. This has got to be an unusual experience and story. Well, if you have time, would you subscribe, like, comment, and be sure and come by next time. Thank you. Bye.